Hello, Taurus. Let's get right into your reading, shall we? We're going to do reading for the second half of April, April 20th through the 30th for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising. If love comes up, it'll be for Venus too, but I'm not looking at this to be a love reading, just a general reading for the next week and a half or so, April 20th to April 30th. We're going to do this for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising. I've shuffled the cards, meditated on your energy a little bit. I'm going to first pull a Moonology Oracle card and read to you from the book, from the Moonology card, and then we'll draw some tarot to clarify the message that we get from the Oracle. Okay, so what Oracle... Oracle, what message do you have for Taurus? Taurus for the second half of April. Sun, Moon, Rising. Taurus for the second half of April, please. What message do you have for Taurus? Okay, Taurus, your Oracle card is Full Moon in Libra. A win-win outcome is forecast. Nice. All right, Taurus, I'm going to put this here so you can look at the card while I read from the book. Let me pull this. Full Moon in Libra. All right, the full moon in Libra. The sign of partnership, of falling in love, and of closely relating to someone else. Since full moons are about climaxes and conclusions, this card suggests you're either about to start a new relationship or that an important existing relationship is changing somehow, perhaps coming to an end or moving to a new level of commitment. It's important to remember that people come to us for a reason, and sometimes just for a reason, and just for a season. If a relationship is ending now, it's doing so at the right time, so try not to fight it. This card can also refer to a professional relationship. There is a sense that you need to balance your ego with someone else's needs. A win-win outcome is possible with give and take. Doing so might be the answer to your question. Okay, and your advice with this card here is to let go of that which is falling away. Okay, so whatever is falling away, let it go. It's time for you. It says here it's time for you to focus on yourself for a while. And see the other person that you're dealing with, though, through the eyes of love. Change your perspective. Interesting. And on a side note, with this full moon in Libra, now might be a good time for you to, if we're talking romance or even business, to get out and get a little makeover. Take care of yourself. I know it's hard with all the social distancing, but maybe go online, maybe order a new outfit. Take a look at your appearance and see what you can do to spruce yourself up. Maybe you've been in the house a little too long, like me, and are walking around in the sweatpants and the t-shirt and the pajamas. Maybe it's just time for you to go in the closet and get a little spiffed up a little bit. That's just a side note. It's not going to apply to everyone, of course. This is a general reading, but maybe one or two of you out there need to start focusing on the new energy that's coming in. Let go of that. Let go of the past. I think that as we move into the beginning of April, energies are going to shift, and it's been really difficult for everybody's social distancing, but I think that we're going to get an influx of new energy, so I'm kind of excited about that as we move into May. But let us draw some cards. I'm going to pull an initial set of tarot from the Golden Universal Tarot deck. Let's pull some tarot. I've already shuffled these cards. We'll shuffle a few more times. What do we have coming up for Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising. This is for Taurus. Spirit. What can you tell us for Taurus over the next week and a half? Taurus. Okay, we have Three of Wands. Going into the Tower. Three cards. All right, we're going to take the first one. Going into the Prince of Wands. Okay, going into, I'm like, do I want to put those down as clarifiers or not? I don't think I did. Let's see if they come out again. And one more card for Taurus. Ace of Wands. Okay, nice. All right, so it looks like what we've got here is we've got the Three of Wands energy, which is really, really nice energy. It's optimistic. It tells me that whatever you've been working for is soon to come into fruition. You can see it. You've put your will into action. You've brought down, or you are bringing down into the solid realms, your ideas, your hopes, your dreams, and as we all know, the Three of Wands is kind of a traditional, your ships are coming in kind of kind of card. And you can see here in this deck, I'm drawn to the fact that he's got his foot up on like a rock there. He looks like he's about to take action, but he's just, surveying the fields in front of him. He's just looking out, taking stock of what's in front of him before he actually moves forward and takes action. That's kind of where you're at right now. You're kind of like assessing your environment, seeing what's around you. We've got the Tower coming in next, and that really goes nicely with our Oracle card that talked about a change coming, and whatever is coming, you need to let go. So this is kind of a warning to you right now that not to fight this change because it's coming. So whatever hasn't been working for you, you either need to let it go, or the universe is going to come and tear it apart for you. And I just love how the cards all talk to each other, because that's the message that we got with this full moon in Libra card that was saying, whatever isn't working for you, you need to let go in terms of a partnership. And now we're getting that clarification again here with the Tower. So we'll pull clarifiers in a little bit, but whatever it is that isn't working for you, and you know what it is, you need to let it go. Be grateful for the experience that it brought you, but it's time to move on. Because your advice here is the Knight of Wands. So you really need to move forward with, and this is you, this is not an external force right now. I feel like this is you. You need to take on this energy of the Knight of Wands. So you need to move forward. You need to communicate. You need to be all the positive aspects of this Knight of Wands and be enthusiastic, supportive, magnanimous, generous, and bring energy to the situation. Because your outcome is this Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is nice new beginning, nice new fire, lots of energy, lots of positivity, lots of new focus, new energy, new fire, new will, new excitement. we move from contemplation, from the Three of Wands, and letting go to taking action and making something happen, making what you want happen for yourself. This quiet time is ending, and whatever hasn't been working for you, you need to let go, because it's time for you to gain a new focus and to move forward with this new focus. Let's pull clarifiers on this Three of Wands, please. Clarifiers on the Three of Wands. For Taurus, please clarify the Three of Wands. Okay, I'm not getting a lot of good energy with that deck. I think it wants to take a rest, so I'm going to switch over to the SpellCaster's Tarot, and we'll pull some clarifiers of the SpellCaster's Tarot instead. Okay, clarifier for that Three of Wands, please. Clarifier for the Three of Wands, please, Spirit. What do we need to know about that Three of Wands? Why the Three of Wands? Justice. Wow. Okay, let's see if we get another clarifier. Justice. Three of Wands. Another clarifier for the Three of Wands, please. And the Two of Swords. So lots of balancing coming out here with Justice and the Two of Swords. So yeah, this is definitely a karmic lesson for you. This is you bringing in balance to the situation and making peace. I don't really feel like this is you. In this situation, I don't feel like the Two of Swords is you ignoring something. I feel like the Two of Swords is very much, in this instance, you're aware, you see the wolf at your back there, you know he's there. You've got the swords loosely behind you. You can fight if you want, but this is a time for that Tower moment. This is a time to let go of what doesn't serve you, and to think more from a win-win situation. Bring in that justice and think, how can I balance energies here so that it works, so that things work for me and for my partner that I'm dealing with. And it doesn't necessarily, again, we're not necessarily talking about love, although it could be. This could also be business, but how is it that you can create a win-win situation for both you and your partner? I feel like that's the key here. You're going to need to make peace somehow and let bygones be bygones. Let it drop. It's time to let any kind of quarrels that you've had or any kind of bad feelings that you've had just kind of go away. Drop them. Let them go, because you need to be focusing on the future. So no more dwelling on, you did this, I did that. Acknowledge whatever it was that happened in the past. Let it go, because if you don't let it go, the Tower is going to come and it's going to do something to force you to let it go. And it's better to willingly come up with a compromise and an agreement, which is where you're at now. So your advice here is to make peace with this past situation and to look for ways to move forward together. Okay, let's get a clarifier on this Tower, please. Clarifier on the Tower. Why the Tower? Why the Tower? Okay, so we have three cards here for the clarifying on the Tower: the Four of Cups, the Ten of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. So it looks like whatever situation you've been involved in with this person, either you've taken them for granted and they've had enough, or they've taken you for granted and you've had enough, and it's time for this, we get the Ace of Wands again, and it's time for a new focus, a new energy to come in, because this is the end. The good news is that you are at the end of this cycle, and I feel like you do have the ability to be the person to take the lead and to move things forward. I kind of want to see what else do I need to know about this Tower? What is this Four of Cups all about? Why the Four of Cups? Why the Four of Cups under the Tower? Who's taking who for granted? What's going on here? What isn't being appreciated? Why the Four of Cups? The Star. The Star. Well, it looks like there hasn't been healing. I feel like maybe this is a mutual, both of you not really appreciating each other. But the good news, you know, is that you get the Star after the Tower. So if you can have this conversation and heal things, this is going to be really good healing experience for the both of you. Let's get a clarifier on the Knight of Wands, please. Knight of Wands. Clarifier on the Knight of Wands for Taurus, please. Ten of Swords. Okay, so we got the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords coming out as clarifiers. So whatever the situation has been pretty heady. And but the good news is it's coming to an end. But this is definitely a situation that you cannot ignore anymore. Okay, so this is no more ignoring. You need to make a move and change this. Clarifier on the Knight of Wands, please. Another clarifier on the Knight of Wands. Clarifier on the Knight of Wands, please. Okay, we're getting a lot of major arcanas here in the clarifying positions. We got the Moon and Temperance coming in, clarifying the Knight of Wands. We have the Knight of Wands in the advice position here. So this is basically telling you that you've reached your limit, but things are not as they seem. You are not completely seeing the entire picture here. There's stuff going on that you're not aware of. And this Temperance card means, again, we're getting the message that it's you need to compromise. Temperance with the Justice card earlier, and with the overarching theme of our spread here with the win-win. Advice from our Oracle card, the full moon in Libra. You know, it's interesting that we've got the full moon in Libra, and then we have the Justice card coming out as a clarifier for our overall energy, the next week and a half. And clarifying the advice position is Temperance, which, you know, many people associate with Archangel Michael, so you can look to Michael for guidance. If you're feeling a little unsure how to move forward, call in that energy. But the Temperance card is a real nice card of balance as well, and bringing disparate energies together and making something whole of them. So, and communication. You see in this card here, I don't know if you can see it so well, but if you see the sandals on his feet, they're like Mercury sandals with the wings. And Mercury for me is always about, right, communication. So your advice here is most definitely to be the lead in communicating and in creating a win-win situation for you and your partner. So it's going to be up to you, really, to initiate this conversation and to bring balance and to bring healing into the situation. And if you can do that, you will have the world. You will have successful resolution. You will bring this cycle of burden and strife and just general, I can't take this anymore, to a successful conclusion, and you will move on forward. All right, let's get another clarifier for the Ace of Wands, please. Clarifier for the Ace of Wands. Page of Pentacles, so you need to dig down and do the work and communicate. There's no way around it. Another clarifier for the Ace of Wands. Clarifier for the Ace of Wands. Okay, again, we got the Tower and the Eight of Cups clarifying. So you really need to end this situation, okay? Because we've got the Tower again, we got the Tower coming out twice, and then the Eight of Cups. So it's time to put away all the negativity from the past and move forward towards something more positive. If you don't, it's going to blow up in your face, and then you may not get the outcome that you want. So there's a lot of negativity. You need to speak up. You need to be the leader in the communication. You can have that successful resolution with the world if you take the lead. All indications are that this will be successful if you can come at this conversation from a place of balance and try to keep both perspectives in mind, yours and your partner's. Try to come up with win-win situations, win-win solutions, and think about an end result that will be acceptable to both of you, and propose that. So I definitely feel like you need to be the one to initiate this conversation. This is not coming externally necessarily, but even if it does come externally, let's say that that your partner initiates this conversation, you need to be agreeable to it, and you need to listen, and you need to take it seriously and put forth all effort to engage in this negotiation. There is going to be communication, and we've got the Hierophant here, so a lot of this is going to be up to you to, I really feel like this is going to be up to you to take the lead. This is really talking to me about you putting forth the effort to create this communication and start, we got the Fool, and start a whole new cycle. The Fool clarifying after the World clarifying. This is all pretty straightforward to me. You, whatever situation this is that's been bad, it's kind of up to you to open the lines of communication and to kind of negotiate a positive outcome for yourself and for your partner. And that's going to be the key here, is to coming up with a compromise and a balance, something that balances both your needs and your partner's needs. And if you can do that, you have this whole new wonderful world opening up for you. And again, the world, if you can do this, you have a whole new wonderful world opening up for you. This heralds a successful end of a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. This is major. This is a life cycle, one successfully navigating through the path of one life cycle and moving on to the next. This is a fantastic spread. This is about as good as it gets. You come here to learn new lessons, and this right here is you learning a huge lesson, whatever that lesson is for you. Putting down your burdens, saying enough with this situation, walking through and creating a new environment of collaboration, of justice, of balance, of trust, of mutual respect, and starting something new, whole new cycle is waiting for you. All right, I'm gonna pull one last card from this little Goddess Oracle deck that I have. And let's just see what Goddess wants to pop out and give you a little word of encouragement here as you head into this challenging situation that you will have to successfully navigate, but you can do it because this win-win outcome is forecast for you. You just have to take the initiative and start the conversations, basically, all that's happening here. Because you are at your rope's end, and so you need to take action, start that conversation, create the environment that you want for yourself. Okay, what advice do you have for Taurus? What advice do you have for Taurus, please? And we have Maeve, cycles and rhythm. Honor, let's see if I'm holding it. Okay. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. Okay, so this is your goddess advice, and I could see how this fits. This is definitely, as you go into this, this conversation, it's going to be really important that you honor yourself and your emotions and your partner's emotions, and really come at this from a place of calm and respect for yourself, respect for your needs, respect for your feelings throughout this process, and respect for your partner's feelings throughout this process. So this may be a call for you. I'm kind of getting the sense that maybe you generally put your own needs on the back burner, and you let other people's needs come before yours. And it's time for you to put forth the notion that your needs are just as important as your partner's, and that you cannot keep going in this cycle that makes you the martyr all the time. It is no longer time for you to accept martyr status. This is time for you to step forward, respect your emotions, respect the need for you maybe to take a rest sometime. Maybe you've been working too hard. Maybe your partner needs to step up. Kind of getting that for some of you, that this is definitely a time for you to say, I have been maintaining this situation for on my own for a little too long, and now it's time for you to come in and help because I'm burning out. I'm definitely getting that for some of you, and I think if you just put it forth to your partner and say, it's no good if I collapse, I'm not any good to you. I'm not good to the family. I'm definitely not good to me. I think you may be surprised at the reaction that you get. I think maybe you've been putting a little too much pressure on yourself, right? And not even giving your partner a chance to step up. Okay, and we also got Mother Mary, expect a miracle. So have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. So have faith that you can pull yourself through this. This conversation is one that is waiting to happen, and it will have good results for you. Just approach it from a place of calm and mutual respect, and you should be great. Okay, Taurus, I hope this was helpful. See you next time.